Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to solve a leaky tap issue. So stay with me as we go through the various steps. So now we'll have to find out which of these two are leaking. It might be the cold or the hot. So we're going to shut off the stop valve and see. The stop valve normally is right underneath the sink. So these are the two stop valves underneath my sink. I got a hot and the cold. I'm going to shut off the hot completely and see if I'm still going to get the leak on the tap. If I get the leak, then I know it might be from the cold. So right now the hot is completely shut. Let's see what the tap is doing, if it's still leaking out. So after closing the hot water stop valve, the leak stopped. So we know the problem is the hot water faucet or tap. We're gonna take it out, dismantle it, and figure out what the problem is. If we can fix it, we fix it. If not, we buy new parts to change the worn out parts that is causing the leak. We're gonna pry out the hot sign on top using a Sharpie and pry out the hot. Once I get it out, look inside it. You can see the star screw or the X screw in there with the aid of a screwdriver. I'm going to take out that and then I'll be right back. So I got the screw loosened up. Now you can easily take out the handle and check the position of the handle whilst you take it out. Make sure you put it back in a similar fashion. And if you look at that knob, make sure when you put it back, it's facing the same direction, okay? Now I'm going to take out this zeta stop with the aid of a wrench. And so I have my wrench here. Now note, if you use anything that is going to exert too much pressure on that hold down bolt is going to mess it up. It's not metal, it's plastic. So try to use a wrench that will hold it or fit perfectly, okay? So with my wrench adjusted and in place, I'm going to unlock the hold down nut to be able to take it out. Once it's a bit loose, you can use your hand to finish off taking it out. And this is how it looks. This is how it looks. If it get broken, don't worry, you can still order one online. I tried looking up in one of the stores, Lowe's, but I couldn't find one. But online, you can find it. Just make sure you know the brand and number of your tap. And normally the number is right at the back here. To get access, sometimes difficult, but you can either take out all the sink to get access to it, or look online for similar taps that looks almost like yours with the same brand name. Mine is not visible, but mine is Peerless. You can see the brand name over here. It's Peerless. It's not so clear because it's a bit old. So we take, once we have the hold down nut out, we can easily begin and take the cartridge out. Now the problem for the leak is either the cartridge gone bad, or if you look inside, you can see there is a plastic gasket in there. Sometimes that can also go bad and cause the leak. So you better have to replace both the gasket, that's the gasket, replace the gasket and the spring you see in there right now. So this is how the gasket looks like. Replace this gasket and then the spring. I'm going to take the spring out too with the aid of my screwdriver, and that is the spring. So to get a replaced part, you still need to know the brand of your tap to be able to order online, the brand and number. Look for the same. If you can't get access to the back, look for a tap with the same name as yours online. Look at that brand number and then use that to purchase the cartridge and all the other accessories that we need to change. So for your repair kits, I'm on Amazon and you can see I have 3 different options that I can use. So you can buy these from Amazon. It's as cheap as $9, so you can do it yourself. Okay, and the name is, I typed in Faucet repair kits. Faucet repair kits. RP54801. So depending on your faucet number, you just put in the RP number in there and you get all these options and look for what you need to replace. Thank you. So I ordered one on Amazon since I couldn't find in the store, and it comes with a cartridge. It comes in pair for both sides. So I have the cartridge and the hold down washer or nut, and then the small gasket that I took out with the spring. So we're going to open up this and change it and see what happens. So in my hands are the parts that came with my order: the cartridge, the hold down, a nut, the spring, and the small gasket in there. And we're going to put that back in the hole. It's as simple as that. The cartridge, if you look at the bottom, it looks the same as my old cartridge, which means I ordered the right part for it. So we're going to just put it back in just the same way we took it out and see what happens. So I'm going to put my spring in first, make sure the spring can fit in the gasket, so then I know which part of the spring would go down into the tap. So I put this part down into the tap, and with the aid of the screwdriver I can direct it into the correct position in there, followed by my new gasket, which needs to also be in position. So you can use a screwdriver to aid you, or whichever way will be easier for you. So I finally got that back in there. Let me zoom in so that you can see that is in there. Now I'm going to put the cartridge back on it, and it should be the same way as I took it out. It should go in this way. Okay, and remember there is a notch right in here that needs to fit into this notch. There's another one on the other side, so make sure it's going to sit into the notch. Now it's in there. I'll need my hold down nut to keep it in place. So I was able to pry it out. I take that out and I'm going to replace with a new one that came with it, and it fits just right. Now I got my hold on screw, which I'm going to start with the hand tight, and once it's a bit hard, I'll just lock it up with a wrench. Please note, don't over tighten this. If not, it's going to break. Then you would need to order a new one. So I'll adjust my wrench to fit perfectly into this. Then once it fits, just give it a little bit of a tight, not too much. So I think that is okay. Now we can put all the parts back and try it out. So that should go in just like you took it out. If it isn't going in, then check it out and make sure there's no problem with your tap. So mine wasn't going in because I had the cartridge positioned wrongly. Now look at this. Look inside of it. You can see, let me get a good shot. Okay, so you can see it's not rounded. It has a flat surface that should match with this portion of the cartridge. So my flat surface is all the way at the back, and if I should turn this that way, it means I'll end up having the tap this way. So I'd have to pick it up, turn the cartridge 360, and then put it back in there. So turning it 360 did not work either. So I realized you can just knock it out and adjust it to fit yours before you tighten it. So it's easy. Just make sure you'll be in the good position where your tap can be in its original state as you had it before you put it back in. So now I have it where it should be, where the flat surface should be, such that it's going to match with the shape in there and get my tap position back to where it should be. Okay, and it's fitting perfectly. So just put back the hold on screw and tighten it again and put the tap back on and put the screw in and tighten it. So I got the screw in, but before I put the cap back on, I'm going to test it first. So now I'm going to reopen the hot water and see if I'm still going to get leaks. Open it all the way. Now let's look and see if we have leaks. It's opened and there's no more leak coming out. So I know the problem is solved. Now let's open it and see if the water is going to flow. Perfect. We got a water flowing, alright, without any leak after it's closed. So before it was dripping, now it's no more. Thanks for watching, guys. Put your cap back on and you're good to go. Follow, subscribe, and like for more tips on home repairs and auto repairs. Thank you, guys. See you